What's up, guys? Welcome back to this episode of the Review Space, and today on Versus, we take a look at the Batman Solomon Grundy action figure, and we pit it up against the Batman Shadowtek version of Killer Croc's action figure. Which one of these action figures is the better choice? Let's begin! Let's take a look at the Shadowtek Killer Croc action figure from the Batman. This is from the Batman, the TV show, actually. And as you can see, I mean, the carded form is already very similar to Solomon Grundy's. It's got that same shape, you know, that kind of, what is it, that diamond kind of shape, you know, oblong. But yeah, this is from the TV show. Remember the Batman? That was a pretty good, yeah, I thought it was a pretty good 2000s version of, like, the animated series. It wasn't, I don't think it was as dark as the early 90s, but I mean, it was a pretty good interpretation. I liked it. I like the different take on, like, characters like Joker and stuff like that. Alright, so it's from Mattel, DC Killer Croc figure. It looks okay, although it cuts off, you know, like half of his body pretty much. You can't really see his legs, so unfortunately, can't really take a good look at the figure. Basically just the top half. At the back, Shadowtek Killer Croc. You can attach his tail, apparently. You can sort of switch, there's some kind of switch at the back, and I think he's supposed to wag his tail like a dog. Anyway, yeah, there's a bunch of other figures there in the lineup. Different variations of the Batman figure, different colors, and there's even Robin in there. Okay, 2007, so it's from 2007, Mattel, made in China. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this carded form. And taking a look at the Solomon Grundy the sealed carded figure. Great packaging, great color scheme. I like the yellow and the sort of contrasting blue, and it just stands out. It's very simple, but at the same time I like the shape of the plastic casing, and it's got kind of a unique almost like a diamond shape, the card itself. Nice picture of Batman's illustration from Brave and the Bold. The Batman logo, snap and attack right here. Very simple. At the back, again, more simplicity here, but simplicity works. You got the other characters, the other Brave and the Bold characters here, and you got these collect and combine pieces where you take other portions of certain characters and then you combine it and just, I guess, strap it onto Solomon Grundy as additional weapons and accessories. This product is from 2009, and it's, again, by Mattel, and yeah, nice packaging, very simple, simplistic, but it gets the job done. It looks great, and the product, the figure really stands out. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Let's open it up and have a closer look and compare these two action figures together. These two Batman villains. Let's do this. Alrighty, so I have now opened both figures, Solomon Grundy, you know what I'm saying, and Killer Croc. And, well, let's go check out these figures. Now, let's check out Solomon Grundy. Okay, so his accessory, his only one accessory is this gun here, this machine gun rifle thing here. Alright, and it's just a simple piece of plastic, brown and gray colored. Articulation wise, he can kind of move his head side to side like this. You know, I don't think he can even do 360 because it gets in the way of his suit. And then his hand, alright, his hand from the shoulders, they rotate, and then you can bend him at the elbows, bend his elbows. And his wrist, you can twist his wrist, you know what I'm saying? And his legs, 1, 2, 1, 2, hup, 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 hup. That's pretty much it. That's it. That's all you get. So really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 points of articulation. It's not bad for a children's action figure. You know, and it's better than nothing, obviously, but I mean, I wish it could rotate his waist, for example, but it's all good. Really wide shoulders, actually. Let's take a closer look at the fig. Look at that. Very wide shoulders. And very, like a dark color, you know what I mean? Like almost like a dark green. Oh, yeah. Very cool, though. I like his, very skull, you know, skull-looking ape-like face. Haha. Kind of a, you know, he looks like a gangster, like an old-school 30s gangster, which I like. And his weapon, you can attach it to his arm. Right there, right at the bottom. There you go. And you can hold it, and there you go, man. Put your hands up, baby. Yeah. Okay, so that was the Solomon Grundy figure. Now let's take a look at the Killer Croc. Oh yeah. Okay, first of all, you had to attach his tail. His tail was actually separated, and then you had to attach it at the back here. And it's basically part of his gimmick, part of the toy's gimmick, and we'll get to that a little bit later. Articulation-wise, you can kind of rotate his head, his skull like this, side to side, kind of move it up and down a little bit too, but it's very limited anyway. And his arm, I mean, all you have to do is you just rotate it. Really, that's all you can do with it. You can't even bend his hand at the elbows. You can't rotate his wrist. It's much more simple than the Solomon Grundy actually. His foot, kind of back, you know, you can kind of move it back and forth like that. You know, but I mean, again, very limited. But then his tail, this part is actually kind of cool because there is a little switch here, and what you do is you move your finger back and forth, and he wags his tail. Isn't that kind of cool? Oh, he's got some tail wagging action, or tail whipping action. So it's like, yeah, it's Killer Croc, and then you kind of just, there you go. He's whipping his tail, whiplash. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty sweet. So I like I like that little gimmicky nature to these children's toys. You know, it's like, yeah, they move. You know, which is I like that. All right, so side by side, both figures are awesome. I mean, I think they're about the same size. You know, they're both very simple. You know, articulation wise. So actually, let's take a closer look at Killer Croc. I mean, look at it. It's green, you know, dark green with some lighter, you know, neon green markings. Yellow eyes. He's got like a light blue, sky blue scar on his left cheek area. He's got the grin of a croc for sure. And he's got kind of like webbed hands, you know, spiky claws. Very, very reptilian looking, you know. I wonder who'd win in a fight, him versus the Lizard from Spider-Man. In terms of articulation, I say technically Solomon Grundy has it a little bit. He's got 9 points of articulation. Killer Croc only has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Solomon Grundy got him. In terms of detail, both are pretty cool. I would say that I prefer the more mafioso-looking Solomon Grundy, though. He looks like a gangster. Looks real villainous, you know. It looks more macabre, you know. He's got a macabre, death-like look to him. And he's got an accessory. He's got this gun here, which furthers, you know, that gimmick, you know, that dark gangster gimmick. You know, but that's not taken away from the cool, like, he even has a vest, you know, a croc vest. Killer Croc has a vest. Like, why would he need clothing anyway? It's ridiculous. Both are very cartoonish, you know what I'm saying? I believe this one is from the Batman TV show. This one is from Brave and the Bold. And so, you know what I'm saying, both 2000s Batman animated action figures. Again, they're both very cool, very comparable. Overall, if I had to pick between these two, oh man, that's a good one actually. If I really had to choose one, I'm gonna have to go with Solomon Grundy. I like him a little bit better because of what he looks like. You know, I think, in my opinion, he's a bit more display worthy. So Solomon Grundy is the better Batman villain figure. Yeah. Alright, so that's it for this episode of Versus on the Review Space. Go check out the rest of the channel, you know what I'm saying? Comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, ciao!